Alrighty, y'all, welcome to a brand new YouTube video. We are on to episode 3 here of the debut. About 10 weeks out. I'm pretty excited. Isaac's pretty excited. A lot of friends and people I spoke to this weekend are pretty excited for me. So this week I'm giving you guys a raw week because we are on a deload. I'm not too happy about it. It is what it is, but fun fact, I just took 2 plates, 1 red and 2 reds, and they both felt heavy. So I guess squats are going to be a problem today. So that's the case. But I'm about to take 3 reds for my hopefully second to last warm up, and then we'll see from there. I think my back is just fatigued, but we'll fucking see. It's possible that 600 killed me to a whole nother level. Alright, almost done. Great start. Got 430 on the more. 386 didn't feel fast, don't really feel slow, so we'll see. Just being smart this prep. 10 weeks. 10 weeks to prove it all. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well then. Alrighty. I'm gonna focus. This is definitely the top single. I'll make this set up 8. Time for some volume. We are in the volume phase, so it's time to absolutely destroy the body and then let the peaking begin. So like I said, it's a deload too, so it's kind of good that I can introduce this a little more, especially, I mean, last block's squat volume was pretty high, so we'll see what we got at the end of this block. I mean, this block is actually, I'll talk about this block in a little bit. I just want to focus on this right now. But let's get to it. So we'll see. I mean, I kind of have high hopes, but I'm just gonna take it as it is. I didn't really expect the weight to feel heavy on my back today, so that's a little bit of a shock and an eye-opener. You know, I thought I did as much recovery as I could, especially with having to do the live stream commentary. That was fun. Still enjoying that. Still getting compliments today about it. So yeah, that was a great time. Definitely gonna do it again. Fortunately, I can't do it in the next Odyssey meet because I do have to handle my client and a fellow alumni who's here constantly. So we'll see. But yeah, it's kind of like a bench. I'll probably get a catch with you guys like. The body was very, very beat. This is what it is. I'm gonna take this week as just best as I can, just to recover, and then we'll come back and be able to hit some things. I also think that the reason I was feeling kind of beat up too is because I haven't really had a deload in 2 or 3 blocks, so I was just carrying momentum after momentum. I had a wave load at one point, but like that's not a full-on deload. Wave load is just to kind of take a little fatigue off, but then keep going. It's not like a full deload where you're like cutting fatigue like in half or anything. So yeah, we'll see. But we're just doing some accessories. I just got easy bar curls and tricep kickbacks. I'm gonna do some Copenhagen squats to just strengthen my hips a little bit. I'm not trying to create some fatigue, like too much fatigue in them. I just want to get some blood flow in there so they're healthy come meet day. And squats 600, no problem. I'm trying to squat 600 at like RP 8 to 9. That's the goal now. I'll discuss kind of the goals of this meet. Like I said in my last video, I'm not going all out. We are only doing like a RP 8 to 9 day, probably closer to a 9. I mean, I don't really want to waste this off season. You got strong as fuck this off season. We have a lot of momentum coming off of this meet. You know, like, first thing I hit 4 weeks after the comp was literally a fucking all-time triple PR on squat, and so I want to ride that wave. And it's always something with squat, and just the idea that like a lot of people say that squat is my best lift. I disagree with that right now, but like back in the day, I do agree. But like, even though it was my best lift, it was always the one causing me the most issues. Literally got hurt on it twice in the matter of a fucking year, dealing with this fucking hip issue now. So it's just like, can you please just go in my favor? But yeah, we'll see. All right, what is going on? We have fast forwarded to Wednesday. I didn't record yesterday just because I came to the gym late and I didn't know how it was gonna be. And on top of that, I kind of just wanted to get in and out just because I was coming at a later time than normal. But I was here at Odyssey. So you'll see I'm here again. I will talk about this in a second. Exciting news. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what I'm expecting for this meet and like what Isaac and I have come to want from it. So we discussed the idea that we're not gonna go fully out this meet, but rather we're just gonna hit like an 8 to 9 day. probably closer to a 9 just to see like what really is there after this 6-month off season, and I want to see it for myself too. Ideally, if it wasn't for nationals being 14 weeks after this meet, and if I did have the ability to kind of go all out, yeah, sorry, Eric interrupted. I'm kidding. We ideally want to see what's there for the off season. And if I did have the idea to go all out, I wanted to hit a 725 total, which is, 1 second, 725, I don't even remember, close to 1600 total. I want to squat 600 finally, bench 350 to 360, and pull anything from 630 to 650. So we'll see. I have a feeling that all that is there. We didn't go all out on bench at my meet in March, so we'll see how it goes. But ideally, we're gonna hit something at 8 to 9. We'll discuss some more time comes. But today we got a deload single at 5 on deads and a 2x7 at 6. So pretty easy day. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll get to it when we get to it. Welcome to the Thursday, and welcome to a different location today. We have our secondary bench today. We have increased our tempo fatiguing set by 1 second, so that is something to look forward to, I guess. And then we also have a 3x6 and then 2 sets of 12 on close grip. So we're still deloading this week, tomorrow as well, and then we'll come back week 2, start pushing it. I'm already looking a little bit ahead in the week at the block. I mean, there is some heavy stuff, but like relatively speaking, this is a pretty chill block. But just because it's chill doesn't mean it's hard, because at the same time we still have a shit ton of volume that is happening. That is the ugliest ad I've ever written in before. But yeah, so it's still like a shit ton of volume in terms of everywhere. So that's what we're doing. You got to create that fatigue somehow. I don't remember if it's at 6 or 12, but yeah, that's the case. I have some news regarding this and my future at the end of this video, so stay tuned for some big announcements at the end of this, if you watch this all the way through. It's at 6, so yeah, that's the case. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's a deload. Not gonna try and push anything stupid, crazy, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, like, Tuesday's bench felt phenomenal for some reason, and I don't know what it was. So I think that when we come back this next week, things are going to drastically change, okay? Like I said, I was holding on to a lot of fatigue just because I haven't had a real deload in a long time, so I'm just holding on to a lot of fatigue, and I wasn't able to progress the way we want and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes, but for now, gotta get warmed up here, see what we got, get you guys closer to top sets and everything like that. We have 242 on the bar for the double at 5, 3-second descent, 2-second pause, explode off top. So this should be very, very easy. I mean, I took this for fucking back off 6 the other day. easy. So usually what I do on days that I have a tempo set before, and then I have my technically my working sets and stuff, is I usually just take the same weight that I do for my tempo set or whatever. I just take it as a first set just so I get a little bit of exposure to what I'm actually feeling like on a regular, because like you're completely changing how you bench. So when you go back to the normal, you know, it's a little different. So just gotta feel this out, see how it is, and then we'll see from there. But still a deload, so there's no really need to push. If the body needs to rest, the body needs to rest. Easy 10 pounds. We're jumping up to 280, not 284. I fucking wish we were jumping up to 284. Jumping up to 254. First, like real set, we'll see. Usually on also my secondary days, it's mostly that I ascend to the top set just because it gives you a better feel of what you actually are capable of. So we'll see. I mean, I took this on Monday, so expected to move the same or better. I mean, I'm feeling a lot better. Like the body was definitely destroyed. So we'll see. But 254 first set of 6. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it there, so I'll catch up with you guys for accessories. But yeah, they didn't move too bad. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. It probably looked super fast, but I just smashed my head before that, so it's fine. What's going on? Welcome to Friday. Yesterday was a pretty solid day. I was gonna take you guys to accessories, but then I decided not to because I was just locked in for some reason. I mean, I don't really know why. It's a fucking deload per se, so I'm not trying to overdo it. We're doing good. I'm definitely thinking that once Monday comes around, we are going to be recovered as fuck. Because I'm starting to feel like more recovered than I am usually. I don't know if it's like just because of taking it serious and all this kind of stuff. Like my Whoop today said that I was 90% recovered, and I feel 90% recovered for once. Me and Whoop have a love-hate relationship right now. There's times when I feel beat up and it says I'm like super recovered, and there's times when I don't feel beat up and I'm not recovered at all. So it's not making sense to me per se. Hold on, let me get my shoes on. I have an incredibly easy day. I am capped on squats for the entire block on my secondary, so that's fucking awesome. I mean, there is regression, which is cool, but like it kind of sucks, but I mean, it's for the best. I think it's working just because of the whole hip issue. Like I think I talked about it, but high bar before my deadlifts on Wednesday, like felt the best it's ever felt in a while. Like I haven't felt any sense of pain ever. Like usually, like I said, I'll get like a little bit, and like I can tell, but like obviously it's like nothing to worry about kind of thing. It's out. I guess the meat filled up. I think. If you guys know who Pete Spence is, he's the one actually running it. So I'm excited for that. I mean, I was talking to Gino over the weekend. He's like, you're gonna have a hell of a time if Pete is running it. And he's like, just wait. So I'm excited. So yeah, if you didn't know, David Wilson is doing this meet. He's a pretty elite 120. Megan Scanlon signed up, and she's only doing bench only, which I'm curious to see why, because she's doing Sheffield 6 weeks after. Pretty interesting, so it's gonna be fun. Jack Reynolds is doing it. yeah, this is gonna be fun, man. This is a very competitive meet. I'm excited to push it. I mean, it kind of sucks that I'm not gonna be pushing it to my utmost and leaving kilos on the table. So it's like I have to go in with the idea that if I don't win, which realistically I probably won't win, it's because we're leaving kilos on the table. So I have to like completely clear my mind of that. So we'll see. But I'm excited. But yeah, so we have squats up on the menu. I'll get you guys when I get there. But we'll see. I'm gonna take it easy, let the body recover, prime my body for the real start of push next week. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for next week. Just because some things are changing that I will discuss in a second because I have to talk to someone first. So stay tuned. I'll catch up with you guys when I get to squats. We're taking 331 for my last one though. I know what you might think. Mark, you don't even take this for reps anymore. Why are you doing it? I'm just doing it to be smart and just feel warm. Because usually what I would do is on days like this, before my working sets, I would take a last warm-up per se and just not jump from 1 red to 2 reds to possibly 3 reds and start my working sets. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna be smart. I got capped at 355 today, so and I'm feeling like a 355. It's at 6, it's supposed to be it, but I'm feeling 355 is gonna be less than 6, so it is what it is. But I just gotta show Isaac, enough with the caps, enough with the caps, and just let me loose, brother. Please, please. Jesus Christ. Oh, I got a new buckle finally too. No more broken shit, so I got a new buckle. I didn't realize I had sets of 4, not triples, so I had to take it for a set of 4, so a little smarter there. But, I mean, this should move fairly easy. I don't expect anything less. I'm feeling good. I do not feel my hips pinching whatsoever. So that's a good sign, especially on comp, because comp was the one that was really causing the issue. So we'll just see how this goes. We're taking 308 for probably all sets of 5 I have. I have 3 sets of 5 at 5. So it's like, yes, I'm deloading. Yes, it feels incredibly easy, but like there's no need to push right now, okay? There is going to be a time and a place when I need to push. I know I have to push and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not even worried about it right now. So like, obviously Isaac has been capped for a reason. Like he knows what's, like I feel right now, if you guys have watched Naruto, I feel like Kurama behind the cage, okay? If you know what I'm talking about, the seal and everything, if you know what I'm talking about, just fucking watch the clip. I'll post it right here. But like, that's how I feel right now. So like there is a lot of potential that is kept under wraps right now, and we're gonna release it all at once, okay? We're gonna break the fucking seal off my stomach, and we're gonna fucking ball out, but we'll see. So, first set of 5 here, most likely the only set you guys will see. So, let's get the fuck after it. Yo, Sam Pagan, if you're watching this, that's how you actually fucking pause your squats, by the way. Get the fuck to it. Right, we are on to bench. I mean, squats, like I said, I feel like there's a lot hiding. There's a lot being held back for a little bit here. But you know, it's all in due time. So very, very happy with today. Definitely a big confidence boost, not feeling any hip pain at all. So we'll see what Monday brings. But now we're on to bench. We have 2x1 at 5 and a 3x6 at 5. So I don't expect anything crazy. If anything, this might be like like literally the top set, because it's at 5. It's nothing crazy. It's just to prime the body for what is to come, right? So we gotta take this. Most likely the top. I feel it. Like when 220 starts moving slow, that's when I know that my body's a little tired. But like I said, it's still on deload, all that kind of stuff. Like us. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that again, and then we're on to 3x6. So stay tuned. 220, nothing crazy. Just doing what I can. Body recovering. Priming the body for Monday. Like a big expectations kind of for Monday. I'm not gonna say I'm too high because I mean fresh off of deload, but we're just gonna take this for 3 sets and then we're on to deadlift. We are at the top set beltless deadlifts. I'm only doing 297. I mean, I think I've said it before. I wanted deadlifts to kind of be something that people didn't expect. A lift that I don't think a lot of people saw me progressing so much, because for so long my deadlift was neck and neck with my squat, or even sometimes worse. So now that it's basically better than my squat right now, I kind of manifested it, because I think I do have some better leverages for deadlift, especially with conventional. Brian, I'm not switching to sumo. I know what you told me. I'm not switching to sumo. Nice try. But yeah, so I actually had to strap up for these, because if you guys remember from the time I did my stiff legs, I did those completely raw, just to strengthen everything, core, hands, grip, whatever. But Isaac wants me strapping up for these, taking my time with them and just feeling the movement itself, making sure all the mechanics are kind of perfect. But fun fact, perfection is not what we strive for. We do want to get better, but we don't want to strive for perfection, because that will make us go crazy. So we have this for a set of 7, 2 sets of 7. And then we got accessories, and I'll discuss the future with you guys. Alright, what is going on, everyone? Before I get to the subject at hand that you just saw, I need to discuss some little things. Cooking up some lunch here, some sweet potatoes, ground beef, a little bit of cheese. You know, the simple stuff, you know, the animal based, if you want to say so. But right now I'm also, hold on, because I'm running around my house like crazy. So currently I was supposed to start the ice bath and everything back on Saturday. Wow, I fucking suck at this. Unfortunately, the old one got a tear in it somehow and started leaking everywhere. So that's cool. So I bought a new one, and it's like twice the size of the other one. So I'm currently filling that one up, draining the old one, and doing a bunch of things. But I will be bringing back the ice back next week whenever it starts to get a little bit colder. This thing is actually massive. I can't stop looking at it. It's like fucking huge, dude. I don't even know if you can like tell, but whatever. So yeah, man, regarding the future, I also got a haircut, if you can't tell. Looking handsomer. I'm leaving Live Free or Die for the foreseeable future. I don't really plan on coming back I am moving back to Odyssey full time, and I think that's going to be a decision that is going to take a lot of getting used to, especially with my work situation and everything, and just how my life is right now. But I think it's going to impact me for the better in a good way, per se. So I'm excited. But yeah, there's a lot of factors kind of going into it. I did want something closer to home, just so I can start training maybe on the weekends instead, and not have to kind of worry about going after work and driving home an hour and all that kind of stuff. On top of that too, if you can tell, every time I go in there, granted, yes, I go at like 2 or 3, but like every time I go in there, it's dead quiet. There's no one, like there's no environment, there's no energy, there's no like anything, there's no community to me. So especially with this meet, I definitely have a lot to kind of offer for this meet to come, and I don't want to waste it with having like only myself to bring energy, whereas I can have a whole community at Odyssey and they can bring the energy no matter what. So there's that. There's also some drama going on at Live Free or Die, and I'm just not even gonna partake in it, so I'm just leaving completely and just saving it from there. But yeah, so for the foreseeable future, I will be an Odyssey barbell member, and I hope it stays like that for a long time, because I love that gym, man. It holds a special place in my heart. It was my first powerlifting gym when I started this whole journey back in 2021. Yeah, I think so. So we'll see, but that's the case. There's nothing more to say. I got a good week coming ahead. I feel so good. I feel so recovered. And just we got to see what we got. But until then, there's nothing more to say. So get your protein in. Never settle. And I'll see you in the next one.